What's going on, everyone? Ryan Small here, founder of Epic Analysis. Now, in this video, we're going to be going over Markup Monday, episode 14, so let's dive in. All right, starting it off, I'm going to look at the dollar index, DXY. Okay, so looking at it, most recently, price pushed down to 92 with support. It gave us a bullish engulfing back above 92.50. So now currently, we're looking like price is trying to make a retracement. So looking at this on a daily, you understand that the overall market was in a downtrend, but because market pushed down towards this support region, it's been struggling to really break below this region right now. So overall, we're still overall in a downtrend. It's just we may start to see a slight correction. So what I'll be watching for what the overall dollar is on this retracement. If this retracement, if the momentum of this overall move is if it's going to push it all the way back down towards 92, or if this is the breakout, possible retest before we get another move to the upside. So my bias as of right now was going to be, because we got this bullish engulfing that engulfed all of these candles to the left, I'm looking at a breakout, retest into a continuation more possibly. But just keep in mind that the overall trend is still bearish. So I'm just possibly seeing this potential market change. I'm not trying to, like make the prediction. I'm just seeing that this may potentially happen. So as of right now, that's where my bias is going to be favoring. But like I said, if the market, because we're overall in a downtrend, so if this ends up closing strongly back below this support, then overall we may touch back down towards 92 and possibly even break below that support. It's just right now, because the dollar has been weak for so long, we may start to see a move to the upside where we get some dollar strength for the correction before the continuation back down to the downside. So I'll just be monitoring this to see how the price reacts around these support regions around 92.40 to 92.20 level. All right, so now coming over to some dollar pairs, let's look at Euro USD. Start off on the daily time frame. So, yeah, the market, like I said, it broke above 1.180, and we're still currently above that region. But looking at it on a 4-hour, we can see that just like how I had the market coming up, pushing down here, and then pushing up perfectly. That played out. So now the market pushed up to this resistance. So overall, we're in the uptrend, but we had a strong drop. So now we may get a retracement before we see a slight correction, before we get another move to the upside. Or we may even just start the overall downtrend. But because the overall market, how the market has been playing out and the dollar weakness is just, with this type of move, I'll be looking for a correction first, and then in order for me to overall change my overall bias, I would need to see the market break structure like significantly. So I would need to see the market honestly break below all this, break below this support right here. Then I would know. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, if the market broke below the support, then I would know that the trend may change. So now I would just be waiting for the retest. If on the retest, the market were to stay below like 1.180 overall, then I would look for it to come back lower. And that's how you would know that the overall market not necessarily changed momentum, but for this intraday trade, you would know that the market is probably going to go bearish to correct itself before the next setup is presentable. All right. So that's if that happens, but just keep in mind that because we're in a bullish trend, that a move like this to where the market drop, it may come up, drop lower, and then from there the market could start to, push it back up to the upside. So for me, I just like to see where we're at right now, and then, I'll do the updates later on once we get there. But I just like to give multiple different scenarios so you can see it from both perspectives. That way, when the market, makes its move, you're not lost. You can kind of understand that, okay, if it does this, I'm going to go here. If it does this, I'm going to go there. And that's my overall bias. Unless, sometimes, there's going to be a setup to where, like, I'm 80-90% sure where the market is going to go. And even then, you still have to remain humble and understand that the market still go against you, because you don't want to think that your analysis is too good that you can't never lose, or that you can't lose on this setup, because anything is possible within these markets, but you just want to make it to where the probabilities is on your favor. It's in your favor. All right, so that's Euro USD. I'm going to go to AUD USD. It's probably going to be within the same type of structure. The market, like I said, bullish all the way above 0.7250, and currently we're still above that region. So, like I said, if we did reject from this resistance, then more than likely the market is coming down to 0.725, if not 0.72. And then from there, I'll be watching to see how the market reacts. Because the market made this strong bullish push, the retracement could be a lot steeper. That's why I can't really give a good idea of where the retracement could be after the market makes a strong move in either the bullish or bearish direction, because the retracements could either be slight or it could be a much deeper retracement. So just like this, the market could push down towards 0.72 and then push back up, or it could drop all the way down to 0.71. That'd be the correction. Then the market could swing all the way back up to the upside. So, and also, elections just passed, so we still have all this going on to where Trump isn't trying to get out of office. It still might be a whole bunch of things going on with that to where he's trying to get, like, people keep saying Trump is trying to reach 270. I think he's trying to get Joe Biden under 270. So then, whoever, once that happens, whoever the House or the Congress, they're going to have to come in. And then from there, I feel like all bets is off. So you still have all this going on. Then also you have holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Black Friday sales. So it's going to be a lot of move. And then with all this, we also have gold, cryptos, and stuff like this booming. So there's going to be a lot of money moving, I feel like, in December. So regardless, I feel like even if you do your technicals and you have your setup, you got to pay attention to the charts and make sure you use proper risk management and make sure you have solid stop losses, because the market could easily, swipe to the downside or swipe to the upside before making an overall trend. And if you don't factor in those type of moves in because of the volatility that's going to happen for this next month coming up, then all bets are off. So I just want to let you guys understand that a lot of volatility is probably going to come within the market, even though they already happened, but we can still see a lot more because of all the next economic events that's coming up in the future. All right, so for me, coming back to AUD USD, overall I'm bullish, but we may be in an area where we see a slight correction. So in this area, if we don't just break back above 0.73, we're going to see a retracement down to the downside, back towards 0.725 to 0.72 support level. All right, USD CAD. So USD CAD has been bearish. Like I posted recently, we've been at this resistance. The market dropped, retraced previous resistance, held, and then dropped again. So now at this region, we're either going to continue to drop back down, or we're going to look at this as the market dropping, finding support here, making its first wave to the upside, coming down, failing to break below the next support, and then we may see another move back up to the upside. So if that happens, then I may have to redraw my fib for something like this, to where I draw it from the low to the high. Draw it to the low to the high, and then, like I said, this 1.325 may get hit next, because market pushed up, rejected. If the market can't break back below 1.32, 1.30 support, then overall we're going to more than likely push back up towards 1.32 resistance, and then from there we may drop back down to the downside, or we could continue to the upside. So at that point, then we'll reevaluate. But for now, oh damn, what the hell did I click on here? So, but yeah, for now that's what it's looking like. The market pushed up, it's dropping. If it can't break back below 1.302, 1.30, then overall I like this move to the upside. But now if the market starts to break back below, then we may see the market push back down towards 1.29. But with this current setup and with the dollar looking like it needs to make a retracement and this and that, we may see USD CAD reach back at 1.32 resistance. All right. What appears we got? GBP, JPY. Okay, so yeah, this pair was tricky last week because it dropped lower than a little bit expected, but overall, it's the same setup that I was looking at. It's just the retracement was a little bit steeper. So where I had the circle at, I thought this is where the market broke through structure, retraced, and I thought from here the market was going to shoot up. But you see, the market dropped a little bit lower than from this area, and that's all that happened. So instead of the market dropping here, all it did was drop here. Overall, respect, the market broke above the 50 MA, made new highs, retested previous resistance, now support, stayed above the 50 EMA, found support, and now the market gave us a bullish engulfing back above 138, 138.5. So now looking at this on a 4-hour, and honestly, GBP JPY is a favorable setup for me right now. So because the market already broke out, if we could get any slight retracement back down towards 138, anywhere back down towards this region, I would look for the market to come back up to the upside. Probably not that high, but yeah, back up to the upside, back towards 1395 possibly, if not 140. So yeah, this is a favorable setup if we could get something like that because the structure looks pretty great on this pair. So you possibly could have drew, I don't know if it'd be this low or if it'd be up a little bit. Yeah, it might be like right here instead. Yeah, so if this is the ABCD pattern, then the negative 24 is at 141.5. So, that's like 250 pips damn near to the upside. So yeah, I like this setup for sure. Only if you haven't already took buys, I like it if we get a retracement back down to the downside. If we get that retracement back down, I'm looking for heavy buys, stop losses going to be below this low, and then I'm looking to take it to the upside. Euro Jappy is in the same type of setup. So even I still have my fib. Oh my God! Wow. Okay, I just now looked at this. Yeah, I'm high on EJ too. So just like last week, I expected the market to reach 123, and it stalled a little bit, and then it took a little bit longer. But overall, it reached 123. You could even go back and look at some of my other posts. I had it coming down to this region. It's just I'm on the daily time frame, and it just found support a little bit longer than expected, but which is still good. But regardless, the market found support around 123. And with this type of structure, if the market cannot break below this structure right here, then we're going to see the market A to B to C, and then boom to D, just like that. It's just, market's at 123. The market can reach all the way up to 125, 125.5. So that's another 200, 250 pips to the upside. So EJ and GJ, I'm going to be really looking at those a lot this week because once I get this retracement, it could happen now, tomorrow, whenever. Once I get this retracement on EJ or GJ and support holds, I'm confident the market is going to go back to the upside. So just keep in mind, market conditions could change from where I'm talking now till tomorrow to where, the market can shoot all the way back down between 123, and then I'm not going to be as bullish as I am right now. But as of right now, where I'm looking at the basic market conditions, looking like the market pushed up to 125, rejected all the way back down to 123, found support. If the market can't break back below 123, then overall you're going to see the market reach back towards 124.5 to 125 resistance, if not higher. All right. So, man, honestly, I don't want to go over too many pairs because I feel like it's quantity over quality. A lot of people try to give 20 different setups, but it's like you can't trade every single setup. So for me, I just like to do, quantity. Like when I look at a setup, I'm looking at it pretty closely. Sometimes, the setups don't always play out, but for the most part, I'm looking at this one setup, and I'm not just looking at it for that day. I've been looking at it for weeks, so I kind of understand the trend. Just like this move, this Euro Jappy, like I've been watching it since the market broke below support. You know what I mean? Like I was watching it I probably caught the sell when the market dropped, and then I expected it to come up and then drop below it. But because the market broke back above resistance, it changed my overall bias, and now I understand we broke structure, we retested that structure, and if we hold above that structure, we're just going to go higher. So, things just take time, and that's why I say if you guys really want to learn, you got to contact me on Instagram at Winning with Ryan or message me however you can, and then try to plug in, try to ask me questions, try to learn as much as you can, because the people who really want to learn trading, those are the people I gravitate towards the most, because a lot of people just trade just to make money. Everything is centered around money, but it's just like my heart's not really into the just making solely money just like that. Like, don't get me wrong, that's the end goal. We all want to be financially free, but at the end of the day, it's the skill set. The skill set is going to get you your overall destination of, not having to care about this, or being able to quit this job, or not having to work this job because you're making X amount of dollars over here, or whatever, you're trying to get in life. I feel like that's the best bet for you. So overall, EJ, GJ, I'm going to be looking at, and then a few of these dollar pairs. I'm going to just be watching to see the overall direction, if the dollar is trying to gain strength again, or if this is just going to be a correction back to the upside, because, the dollar has been pretty weak, and, I have to go over Ripple again because I called it out perfectly, and it started moving right on cue. Like, I was calling buys around below 25 cents, and the market is already above 50 cents. Like, it happened that quick, you know what I mean? Because it's funny, because 3-4 years ago, I called Ripple when it was under 20 cents, and I caught it and it hit $3 or $2-3. Like, Ethereum too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a good idea of when the market is going to move, volatility. And it's funny that the crypto market moved, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 years ago. I forgot the exact what year it was, but the market started moving around November, December. That's when the bull run started happening 3-4 years ago. And then, comes full circle back around the re-elections when Trump is, all this is happening. And then that's where another bull run comes. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is all predetermined, you know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because after the first bull run, a lot of people started buying, and, they was in late, and then the market dropped. So if you bought late and the market dropped, you probably got a bad taste in your mouth. You think, crypto was a bad blood, but that's the thing. Like, so for example, if crypto was let's say, for example, Bitcoin was at 3,000, and then it reached 17,000, and then that's when the media and all the people you shouldn't be listening to told you to start buying, and then you started buying at 17,000, and then Bitcoin dropped below 10,000 for 3 years. You probably, talk all bad about Bitcoin. You probably talk all bad about crypto because you think it's a scam. You put in this amount of money and you lost that much, but it's like you wasn't even knowledgeable. You just started buying because of the hype. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of people who was buying at 3,000, 5,000, to when the market got above 10K, they was above. It was in profit. You know what I mean? So it's all perspective. Like, a lot of people who bash crypto and stuff like that is because they don't know what they were doing. They got in late. They got into the wrong coin. Like, it's a lot of people out here that did things right, that bought Ripple at 10 cents, 20 cents. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. Like, so it's just like, it's all perspective, man. Just focus on you, and don't worry about other people and their profits and their lot size and this and that. Like, it's a battle of you versus you at the end of the day. All right, so pretty much with Ripple, because crypto moves a little bit different than actual foreign currencies and stuff like that. So with Ripple, you're either going to just see the market just slight retracement and just shoot up, or just shoot all the way up. But, for the people who want to eventually invest, this is what I would recommend. If any of these coins make a slight retracement before holidays, so because it's at 50 cents, if Ripple makes a retracement back down towards this support, heavy buys all in that. Like I said, because this is a crypto, it may not move like a foreign currency. So a foreign currency, I would expect it to just make the retracement, but a crypto is a little bit different. Like, crypto has been accumulating for 4 years. It's been, doing, it's been getting partnerships. It's been having solid technology. It's been doing this. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of buildup behind it. So once the move finally starts to happen, it may just take off. So I'm just saying, if you see a move to where the market ever shoots back down towards this previous resistance, I don't care if it happens 2 years from now or whenever. If the market ever shoots back down to this resistance and the structure is looking like this, I'm placing heavy buys in this area. And I'm just going to leave it as simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, you can clearly see where price area that is around. And you can clearly look at your chart to see where the previous resistance was at on the weekly and see where price broke out of. And then if the market can retrace that type of level, then that's where I place the heavy buys at. Because, like I said, I don't see why Ripple wouldn't reach back above $1 in the near future. Probably 2021. Shit, the way that it's been moving now, it was at 25 cents on like last week, and then now it's at 50. So at this rate, shit, it hit $1 by December. But you don't want to, I'm not about to just hold it to that. I'm just going to take what the market gives me, and then, like, for me, I'm a long-term player. I don't invest and then try to make money within the first week or month. Like, if I invest and I think like this, I'm thinking years. So, yeah, like I said, that drops like that, we're going to see another move back up to the upside pretty nicely. All right. Let me see if there's any other pairs that's on my hit list. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even really look at this pair like this, but just looking at the charts, you know what I mean? Like, you could clearly see the market broke all types of structure. Like, this was the most recent structure around 1.74 that got broken, and then now we're at the support. So if the market rejects from 0.70 overall, if it can't break below that, then we're going to see a slight retracement to the upside before the continuation back down. And that's just looking at, like, overall, like, if this support holds right here, then you're going to see a bullish move to the upside. I don't know how high, but we're going to get a bullish move if this support holds. We're going to get a bullish move, and then I'll be looking for where the market finds its resistance, and then I'll be looking for the overall momentum to switch back down to the overall trend, which is bearish. It's just right now we're in a strong support region where the market can't break below 1.70. So if it can't break below that, we're going to see a move back up towards 1.72, 1.73, possibly 1.74. Like, because this is a period that moves pretty volatile, so you can easily catch 100, 200 pips to the upside. And then from there, I'll close my position. I would just wait for some type of bearish sentiment to happen, or if the bulls have full control, you would just wait for some type of information to show you otherwise. So, if the market shot up here and then you got a strong bullish engulfing to shoot above 1.74, 1.75, then clearly I'm not looking for sales anymore because the market is looking like it's changing bullish. So I would just wait for the retracement to go higher. But in this case, because the market was at 1.79 and then shot all the way down, now I'll just be looking for the retracement, possibly go low. Simple as that. All right, so I don't want to go over too many pairs. I could probably do this all day, but I'm just going to give a few setups right now, and then because it's still Monday, and if any other setups that looks presentable or look favorable, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll give updates posted in the chat, like I said. So if you guys have any questions or you guys want to know any more information, you can hit me up on Instagram at Winning with Ryan. Check out the website, www.epicanalysis.com, or you can write comments on Instagram, on YouTube, or however you find a way to reach me, reach out, ask questions, let me know who you are, this and that, and then let's try to build together, because at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to, I really just want to help other people, learn the skill set of trading, because it's crazy to me that, with finances, everybody only knows about like stocks and binary options and stuff like that. And then we hear about Forex, for some people, they haven't heard about it. And for some people, it leaves a bad taste in their mouth because of the people that's marketing Forex. A bunch of them are marketers. They're in MLM companies. They don't really trade. All they do is sign people up, make residuals doing that, and then front it like they're trading. And then that's why Forex has a bad taste in people's mouth, because it's a lot of people out here fronting like they actually traders, and then they're just marketers doing signups, getting people with residual checks, and then acting like they're making money within the markets. But I'm just trying to tell people that there's still people out here in the markets making hella money. Like, these markets are the most profitable, like not the most profitable, but it's the biggest market in the world, no matter what. Like, I don't care what anybody says, it's generating over $5 trillion a day, $6 trillion a day. So at the end of the day, it's just about you. It's just hard for people to actually learn the skill set, be patient, and actually, stick with it. A lot of people, they lose a lot of money, and then they get, they're not really patient anymore, so they try to find another way to make bread. And I don't blame them for it. I'm just saying, when it comes to the skill set and it comes to trading, I really love this. I really want to help people who actually want to learn it. And even if you don't, you want to just make profits and stuff like that, I'll still help you. It's just I just need to have a clear idea of what your overall goal is. All right, so this is Markup Monday. I think episode 14, and hope this video helps. And let's have a good trading week.